Hey Quintin, hey John. So my name's Josiah, and what I've done here is I've actually recorded a video where I'm going to walk you through these 3 tips that I think you'll benefit from if you decide to implement them to your site. You'll start seeing a lot more traffic going your direction. So what I've done here is I've pulled up Roofer Springdale, Arkansas in the search bar, and the reason why I've done that is because there's actually 500 of these searches getting typed in every single month. That's a lot of eyes going to just one search term, and that's something that I think you guys would benefit from being in front of. So if we go back here, though, we can see that you guys aren't listed in this map pack, and you're not listed anywhere on this first page, which is super important, right? Because nobody's scrolling to pages 2, 3, or 4 for roofing services. It's like they'll type in one thing, and if you don't show up on the first page for that, they're going to type in something else if they're not happy with what they saw on one page. So we have to be on the first page to get traffic, to get calls. One of the ways to do that is by getting ranked in this map pack. And the reason why this is so important is because as people continue to use their smartphones, this is where 70 to 80% of the business is starting to go down. So if you're not listed in here, you're just leaving money on the table, and that's not a good thing. The way you get in here is through these things called citations, and you want to have the most. And all a citation simply is your business's information listed on a directory somewhere out on the web, and the more of those that you fill out, the more of those that you place, the higher Google's going to rank you. It's just a numbers game. Right now, Pinnacle, clearly they've got the most. So we'd have to go in, figure out, how many of these they actually have, and then you'd want to at least double, triple, even 10x them, and you'll be in this map pack to stay, and you'll start getting a whole lot more calls that way. The second way is through these organic listings, and nobody cares about Home Advisor anymore. Nobody cares about the BBB. That's all old news. That's just, nobody cares anymore. They only care about actual local companies that they can get to by phone directly. Pinnacle Roofing is this first local company listed, and there's actually a lot of value in their spot here, as I'll show you here in a second. But the way that they got here is through these things called backlinks, and all a backlink is simply your website's link listed on another site, and that points back to you. And what they've done is they've got so many different sources like with these backlinks that Google's seeing it, and they're like, wow, if all these websites are referring back to this site, these guys must be legit. Google ranks them higher because of it. And as we can see here, they've 255 different votes from 51 different sources. They're ranked for 222 keywords. 136 people are visiting their site every single month, and they've got a traffic value of $1,500. And that's the equivalent of, if you were to pay Google Ads $1,500 a month, that's the amount of traffic they would direct towards your site. But see, here's the thing. Google Ads suck. They throw out all the garbage clicks. They run up the budget. You almost never get anything out of it. So it's not worth it. But they're getting $1,500 worth of all the good traffic, all the real traffic, all the actual calls, all the actual customers, just by sitting in that spot on the first page. How does your site compare? Well, you've got 4 votes from 3 different sources. You're ranked for 35 different keywords. 9 people are visiting the site every single month, and you got a traffic value of 108. So what this shows me is, like, if you guys are trying to generate more calls, or if you want to generate more calls, more jobs, you have to up these numbers. And this last thing, clearly we need more backlinks, we need more citations, but we also have to focus on these keywords too, right? These guys are showing up for 222 different keywords. You're showing up for 35. That needs to be increased. And let me just go ahead and show you. It's only the first page results that matter. So sure, they're ranked for 222, but if we just focus on the ones that they actually show up for the first page for, they show up for 15 different keywords and phrases that they're listed on the first page for, that's equating to that 136 people visiting their site every single month. If we were to do the same thing for you with your keywords, do 1 to 10, so we're only showing the first page results here. You're not showing up for any keywords on the first page. If you guys are wanting to generate more calls, generate more jobs, or at least put yourselves out in front of as many people as possible, the way to do that is by being on the first page, which you're not listed on for anywhere. And that's really, that's unfortunate. But the way you rank for these keywords, though, there's the caveat. This is how you rank for the keywords. So let's go over to Pinnacle Roofing again. As we can see on their website, they have a whole bunch of content, like paragraphs of paragraphs. They've even got 66 different pages indexed on Google, which means they have 66 different pages full of information about roofing that Google sees, recognizes, and has placed at the top because they've displayed themselves as the knowledge leaders. If we were to check your site out, you guys don't really have a whole lot of content. There's a lot of white space, there's some testimonials, and then we're at the bottom. And you guys only have 6 pages indexed by Google. And that's just not enough for Google to run off of as far as ranking you guys. And proof of why content is so important, if we were to go over to Google, I've got Mike Tyson pulled up here. Wikipedia and their page of Mike Tyson is actually listed above his actual website. Now you might be like, well, isn't Wikipedia not supposed to be trusted? How come shouldn't his actual website be listed? Well, you would be right to think that, but that's not how Google plays. Google plays a hardcore numbers game. The more you have, the more you win. And they have more content on this page alone than Mike Tyson has about himself on his whole website. That's why they're ranked. So I hope that these tips were helpful. Citations for your GMB, backlinks for your organic rankings, and more content for your website so you can start showing up for more keywords on the first page. Take care. Have a great day.